I just need to figure this out. 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 Are you living with the weight of just needing to figure this out? This meaning your life. Let's talk. I'm Michele Thill with NEWLAND Wellness, and today I'd love to address with you, excuse me for 1 second. Today I'd love to address with you that feeling, that pressure, that heaviness of just having to figure it all out. You know, we as women, especially those of us that are over 50, are used to being the fixers in our family, of rolling up our sleeves and helping our partner, our kids, our aging parents, family, friends, etc. on their journey. And now we're at a stage of life where the attention is more on us. And we're not used to that. Our own journey. We're used to being distracted by everyone else. And when the everyone else's start to fall away, if you will, if you're going through a life transition like I did, a divorce, a death of a partner, empty nester, where all of a sudden parents passing on, where the attention and focus is not so much on them, or maybe not at all on them, and you're left standing there going, it's on me? What now? I have to figure this out. Oh my gosh, I have to figure this out. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Our first half of life, can you relate to this? Our first half of life had a roadmap, if you will. It was kind of figured out for us, right? You know, we grew up, we went to school, we went to college, we had a career, we got married, we had a family. You know, it's like we had a roadmap of, okay, this is my next move, this is my next move, this is my next move. And we hit all or most, some of those steps on our journey, right? And now we're left standing here going, okay, and now what about this half of life? And we're looking to figure it out. Have you come to realize it isn't laid out like the first half of life? This second half of life is more of like a free will, if you will. You get to choose. You get to create what this half looks like. And that can be very exciting, or it can be very scary. It can be a little bit of both, because we're not sure what it looks like. And we may look to others who are on a similar journey and see certain things that we would like as well, or would like to adopt into our own lives. But ultimately, we're learning that though we're all on the same journey, we are taking different paths. We're finding our way into what this second half of life is. And if you're feeling like the best half has already passed, and now you're just off to, sit on a bench for the golden years of falling apart, I'm here to say you get to choose. And it doesn't have to be that the best is behind you, but the best is yet to be. And with that in mind, let me take you on a little journey of the figuring it out. There's a way of looking at figuring out. Like sometimes you're just not sure what to do. And with a positive momentum, it's like but I'll figure it out. I don't know yet, but I'm going to figure it out. And then there's the times where the figuring it out is the weighing down, the heavy of, I've got to figure this out. I need to figure this out. And it's just putting so much pressure. So I want to ask you to take that pressure off, to realize this time, the truth about figuring out life in this time is that it's not you having to have it all figured out all at once, like a 5-year plan, like the first half of life. Now you get to figure it out baby step by baby step by baby step, following the breadcrumbs, letting life unfold for you what this now is going to look like. And I'm on and have been on this road myself. I was a stay-at-home mom when my ex decided to leave. I was just getting back in the workforce. Yes, maybe I stayed home longer than I should have, but I enjoyed that time and I cherished that time and I'm thankful for that time. And then it was like, what do I want to do now with my life? The career I had prior to having my kids no longer fit where I was at right now. And now it was a matter of, what do I do? So I ended up getting a job. I started out working as a leader with Weight Watchers. I had been a lifetime member. I loved the program. I loved all that I gained with the weight that I lost. And I decided to lead meetings. And I started out doing that. And then over time, I realized I really loved the mindset component and the eating healthier component that I was sharing so much in the meeting room that I decided, I think I would like to be a health and wellness coach. And so I found a program that was through the Functional Medicine Coaching Academy, and I decided to become certified there, and then I became a board certified health and wellness coach as well, taking the breadcrumbs. And as I realized in a pivot that, my gosh, there's so many health coaches out there and not a lot of jobs that paid well, that I decided, well, I'm going to start my own business, NEWLAND Wellness. And while I'm doing that, I will have day jobs that I enjoy that will be able to support me on this journey. And so I currently am working for eye doctors, and I love what I do. And I am on this journey of following the breadcrumbs of what's next, what next. One of my lives, I was walking outside. That brought the attention of the publisher and editor of the Stroll magazine, who then asked me if I would like to lead a new walking club, the Park Ridge Strollers. It's like it's following the breadcrumbs. And as I share my story, I do so because I wanted to spark in you, what are the breadcrumbs in your life that you're following? And how can you start following them more, the unfolding? It isn't all figured out. When I went through my divorce, I never thought, well, okay, I'm going to have a business. I'm going to be a board certified health and wellness coach, blah, blah, blah. I had no idea. It was the baby steps, the breadcrumbs that keep leading on the journey. And there are so many other people that I follow, either out there in social media or in real life, and you see it's the same things. So it's the breadcrumbs, it's the unfolding, it's not having a game plan. and taking action. Just getting out there. So for example, for you, it might be, well, I need to get more in shape. What I encourage you to do is, instead of like, you could set out a whole routine of what you're going to do. And if you do that and it works awesome, here's what I'm going to eat, here's what I'm going to move, blah, 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 blah. But if you're someone who is just like, I'm just tired, I'm overwhelmed, I need to get more into shape, and I just don't know how, start small. It could just be as easy of, I'm going to start doing 5 minutes of stretching every morning and maybe every evening as well. And I'm going to do that for a week. And I'm just going to see where that leads me next. Because with something small like that, you start to put attention on you being healthier. And that's going to start bringing into your scope, your view, more ways that you can get in shape and be healthier, more ideas, food choices, or movement plans, or someone, a friend, or someone on social media that all of a sudden comes into your view that starts then helping you as you breadcrumb into that. Or maybe it'll be like, I just have to get this whole place in order. Oh my gosh, I've been so busy, and now I need to organize this place, and that's so heavy and overwhelming. So you start with a drawer or a closet, and you take it in small steps, because it's the taking action that starts promoting the next steps. Because when we just sit there thinking about what I need to do and try to game planning it in our mind without actually implementing any of it, we just stay stuck. We start feeling weighed down. We start draining our energy. And next thing you know it, you start feeling tired and you say, okay, and I'm going to start that tomorrow. And then tomorrow never comes. Can you relate? So instead, what little steps can you start taking today, right now, that will help you in what you're looking to accomplish? Because it isn't going to be one massive, huge step that you're going to take that is going to change everything. It really is the little steps that grow and become bigger, and you put it out there. I believe in synchronicities and serendipities, and the more you energize yourself by not weighing yourself down with all your thoughts and the problems you're having, the more you're able to see the solutions and the help that's there. Another quick example is one of my kids needs boxes, and so I had that on my mind, just kind of like boxes. And all of a sudden, my little buddy Ed, my little cat who likes to venture into the hallway and just run around, turned the corner, and I went after him, and all of a sudden I saw quickly a woman walking towards the elevator, and it looked like she was carrying folded boxes. I wasn't quite sure. It was a quick glance, and I could have let it go, right? But instead I thought, well, let me just see. And I heard the elevator starting to open. So I started hustling down there, and I was able to catch her. And it turned out she just moved in. And yes, she had boxes and more boxes to give me. It was that easy. And I give you that example because it's like when you take the pressure off of, I need to figure this out, and I'm focused just on that outcome, how, and you just kind of like boxes. I need boxes. And you just let it out into the universe, if you will. All of a sudden, there was that opportunity, and I acted on it. I didn't let that opportunity pass. I took that run down the hall to catch her before she got on the elevator, knowing that if I was mistaken, I might look like a fool, but that was okay. And I would have just, been like, oh, I'm sorry, and never mind. But it all worked out. And that's what I'm here to say. Everything's working out for you. We just have to let it. Right? We just have to relax. Take the baby steps. Follow the breadcrumbs. Let life unfold in this chapter with excitement and wonder instead of pressure and frustration. Take that pressure off. Start doing things. That'll give you the feedback. Am I going in the right direction, or will I be rerouted? There's no wrong direction. You're either going to keep going or you'll be rerouted. And you build confidence as you do it. So many of us feel like we lack confidence. Can you relate? Especially as women. And confidence comes from taking action, because the more you do something, the better you get at it, and you build your confidence. It's really as simple as that. So what steps can you start taking today that will help you on your journey through this next chapter? With curiosity, with wonder, with play and fun, bring joy in. What would you love to do? Start listening instead of trying to figure it all out. Follow the feelings. Listen. Pause and listen for that still small voice that's there to guiding you, that a lot of times we don't hear with all the noise. Listen to your heart. Listen to your gut. Don't just listen to your head, because that's where we get caught up and weighed down, and then we just don't know what to do. We think our thoughts are helping us figure things out, and a lot of times they're mucking up the water so we can't get a clear view. If you like what I am sharing, if I resonate with you, please like and follow for more. I am here for you, and please share this with someone you feel needs that hope, needs that encouragement, needs to feel that it's okay to not have it all figured out, and that the figuring out comes with each step you take. I also want to share that I have a free guide. It's an ultimate checklist for you going through a life transition that gives 5 simple, practical steps that you can start implementing that will also help you on this journey. If you feel like, I need a roadmap, Michele. See, because that's me. I'm very analytical. I overthink, and I need a roadmap. And I've come to learn that, no, I want a roadmap. I want to overthink things. But what I really need to do is shut this down more and open this up more and start feeling and start paying attention to the synchronicities and the serendipities that are out there every day that are so easy to be overlooked or we blow off. I'm asking you to tap into that and to take those as breadcrumbs that The universe does have your back. And though you may feel alone, you're not totally alone. You have support there. Like my boxes story. It's as simple as that. Some will call it a coincidence. I call it a serendipity, that how things just happen to come together that day in the hallway, unlike any other day in the hallway, right? So until next time, spend a little time taking the pressure off in wonder and curiosity. Just start following the flow of what do you feel you want to start implementing more of in your life, and then take one small action to do so. Please share with me. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on this and what you've done to help yourself on this journey as well. This is a community where we're here with each other, for each other, as well as ourselves. Until next time, be well.